Hi guys, Al DeMarco here along with Steve Budin. Listen, there's something here at the site that you've probably looked at thousands of times, but I'll bet you most of you haven't clicked on it yet, and you're missing a great way to save money and get the best bets of the top handicappers at a discounted rate, and that is the Flexi Pass. And it's kind of unique. I think it's the only thing in this business that gives you an option of jumping from handicapper to handicapper, trying to catch the wave, to try to catch the big play as they come out. Because with the Flexi Pass, guys, you don't have to make a long-term commitment to any one handicapper. Instead, let's say you buy a 2-handicapper, 7-day handicapper Flexi Pass. You get to choose each one of those days which 2 handicappers you want the plays of. So today, for example, they might want my play and your play, maybe my play and Craig Davis's play. It's your option, but you're locked in at the price. You save a lot of money.
I remember when I came up with this concept like 6 years ago, I was in Disney World at the time, and they offered me that, Flexi Pass to be able to go, a park hopper they called it, from one park to the other, see the fireworks at this park, see the parade at this park. And that's when it dawned on me, this would be perfect for our business. Because in our business, the cappers, like the players themselves, are all very streaky. And that's why trusting the site is so important. And the fact that you can trust our records is so important. If you buy one handicapper for 30 days, he's going to go up, he's going to go down, and you're going to ride along with him. If you buy that same Flexi Pass for 30 days, you get to determine every day who you follow, so you can always follow the hot guy. It's a great strategy for winning.
And you can buy for 1 handicapper, 2, 3, 4 handicappers. You can buy the 1 handicapper 30-day Flexi Pass, and 30 days you can make a change of handicappers every single day. I'll tell you what a lot of guys do. They do make a commitment to one particular handicapper because, yes, everybody's streaky, but over the long term they produce a profit. But they buy a committed package from one guy, a 30-day package.
Usually right after he's hot.
Right, exactly. And they'll ride him, but then they come in and they use the Flexi Pass to cherry pick for other big plays. And here's the beautiful thing. If your play's $99 or if my play is $79, it has no effect on the Flexi Pass, guys. You're locked in at a huge discounted rate, and it doesn't matter how much the price of the individual play is that you're purchasing.
It gives you, the player, the flexibility within our system to be able to win.
So check it out, the Flexi Pass, all the details, click on the link, and you'll get it. Win money, save money at the same time. Good luck, everyone. Welcome back, everyone, to the Countdown to Kickoff Show, the only nationally televised show that breaks down every single NFL game every Sunday from a point spread perspective. Al DeMarco along with Steve Budin. In a moment, we'll be joined live via teleconference with handicapper Trace Adams from Atlanta, who has 3 free picks today. But, Steve, let's quickly take a look at this Houston-Jacksonville game. Jaguars' biggest shocking upset, as far as I'm concerned, last weekend. Baltimore, I'm telling you guys, the Ravens are a fraud. The Lions are a fraud. The Ravens are a fraud. I mean, that was just a horrific performance. I'm not so convinced that Jacksonville won the game as opposed to Baltimore just simply didn't show up for the game, although Jacksonville certainly has played well defensively. But this Houston team, I was impressed with the way Houston went to Tennessee, taking on arrested tight end teams, outgained them in that contest, 518 to 148 in total yards.
Well, we're seeing a pattern here with Flacco. He's just not the same quarterback he was last year. Last 3 games, 3 interceptions, only 1 touchdown. And if I was Jacksonville, I wouldn't be patting myself on the back by only scoring 12 points, 4 below their average last week. Look, this is a Houston team that can score and score with the best of them. They're going to score 30 points in this game. How is Jacksonville going to keep up with that? They're not. You got to go with Houston here. It's the only play.
And the Houston defense has been extremely strong this year. I mean, they've held teams like Pittsburgh and Tennessee and Indianapolis, which doesn't take a lot, to season low in points. And this is a team that's covered 12 of the last 18 in the series. And I agree with you. You know, a Jacksonville team that has six offensive touchdowns on the season will not be able to keep this one close. More in just a moment, but let's welcome now Trace Adams live from Atlanta. How you doing, Trace?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing today?
Not too bad. Of course, Trace, 3 straight winning Sundays, his biggest play of the year going today. We'll talk about that in a moment. But let's get to the first game on the board. We already dissected it. It's the Tennessee-Indianapolis game. We have very weak opinions on Indianapolis plus the points in there. Which way do you go in this contest?
Yeah, I can see that as well, but I'm more interested in the total of this one, as both teams really been combining to go over the total this season. I mean, that 62-7 Sunday nighter that the Colts were just involved in, that's just crazy. That makes 6 of 7 this year for the Colts over the total. And not only that, but that's 13-2 their last 15 on the road over the total. Meanwhile, Tennessee has played 3 straight overs. They played 5 of 7 over this year. And if you go back to last year, 7 of their last 10 over the total. I'm going to look for the points to add up and take the Colts and Titans to go over the total this Sunday.
And that number's right around 43.5, and I can certainly see where Trace is going there because you've got a deflated number because both of these teams were so pathetic last week offensively.
Yeah, I'd be worried in a game where you're looking for the Colts to play big on D that you bet over, but I guess, that's what Trace thinks. We'll go with that.
Yeah, I can certainly see your point there. Again, it's just one of those, it may be the dog game of the week as far as I'm concerned. Not an underdog, and I don't mean an underdog either. Next game, we want to talk about the Baltimore-Arizona game. I just told everybody the Ravens are frauds. Of course, they're fraudulent on the road. At home, they beat the hell out of everybody. Are you going to lay it with them to rebound against an Arizona team that was manhandled at home last week against against Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I'm with you on that of them being frauds. I totally bought into them on Monday night, and boy, oh boy, I had to shut that game off, and I watched the World Series instead. That game was so pathetic. But anyway, I am gonna look for Baltimore to rebound here because I think Arizona, conversely, is just as bad. I mean, this Kevin Cobb does not seem to be the answer right now. He hasn't figured this offense out at all for Arizona, and they're only 2-11 against the spread their last 13 on the road. And like you said, Baltimore beats the snot out of everybody at home. Double-digit wins already 3 times this year against Pittsburgh, the Jets, and the Houston Texans. That's 3-0 against the spread against some pretty good teams. I'm going to lay the double digits here and go with the Blackbirds to come back and right their ship after that woeful performance on Monday night.
Yeah, I think that's the only way you can go in this game, and I agree because they have been dominant at home. They have covered 21 of their last 27 against the spread when playing at home outside of their division, which means they beat up the Cupcakes. Their division is tough as heck.
Yeah, the Ravens looked like they played on ketamine last week. But the truth is that Kevin Cobb, best pass right now is the 12-yard bounce pass. So I'm definitely going against that.
And listen, Arizona's failed to cover 11 of its last 13 on the road. Hey, before we get to your New England preview with the Patriots at Pittsburgh, I know you've won the last 3 Sundays. You've got your biggest play of the year going today?
Yeah, that is correct. 2,500 star game of the year. Now, normally my plays, I stay right around the top-rated 1,000 star mark, occasionally raise the bar to the 1,500 star level, but today I found a game that I'm in love with. I'm not going to give you the matchup here. 2,500 star game of the year going out, and I would highly suggest you get down on it. 3 straight winning Sundays. I'm really feeling the vibe on Sundays,
Okay, 25, 2.5 times higher than your normal play. Okay, this is one of the 2 marquee games. I think the other one being Dallas and Philadelphia on today's card. It is, of course, New England at Pittsburgh. Patriots, a 3.5-point favorite in this one, coming off the bye. Pittsburgh coming off an impressive road route of Arizona after only playing 1/2 of a game 2 weeks ago at home against Jacksonville. Do you lay it or do you grab the points?
Yeah, I'm going to lay it here. I just don't trust Big Ben and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I know it's very rare you get them as a home underdog. Last year, only 1 time were they the home underdog, and they did cover that contest. But, New England coming off a bye and the way they're playing and the way Tom Brady has owned the Steelers really in the last couple of years. I mean, they're 4-1 straight up and against the spread the last 5 times they played, and that dates back to 2005. The only loss, Brady wasn't in the lineup for that game. I think Tom Brady likes what he sees against this Pittsburgh defense for whatever reason, and I'm going to lay it with the Patriots coming off the bye to get the job done.
Okay, going with the Patriots, the Ravens, and you like the Indianapolis-Tennessee game to go over the total. Steve and I will talk about the Patriots-Pittsburgh game a little later in the program. Remember, Trace, like myself, has a daily video report every single day on his webpage where he breaks down top games, gives you free selections, and you can watch his beautiful smiling face. So, hey, Trace, thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you again next week as we do every single week here on Countdown to Kickoff. Steve, after a short break, we are going to be back and be talking about how you guys out there have a chance to win $300 of my money playing fantasy football with DraftStreet.com. It's a free contest, guys. Free money. Top 7 finish in the money. We're going to give you all the details on how you can do that in just a moment. Plus, when we return, we're going to take a look at the game between Carolina and Minnesota right off the bat. Panthers red hot in this one. Al DeMarco here with Steve Budin. This is the Countdown to Kickoff show, and we will catch you again in just a minute.